Grampy Can You Hear Me is a pretty good Simpsons episode, but it felt really quick. And I kind of think that that's a good thing because it means I wasn't clock watching, I was enjoying it. But at the same time, it just felt a little bit underdeveloped, and I feel like both of the narratives had equal weight. And usually I really like that. But with this one, I feel like both could have been a narrative basically in their own right. There are occasionally episodes of The Simpsons where there's only really one narrative and there's no subplot. And I kind of wanted both of them to be on screen at all times because I feel like they were both quite fascinating. This is the fifth episode of the 29th season of The Simpsons. It's directed by Bob Anderson. And Grumpy Can You Hear Me refers to the fact that Abe Simpson now has hearing aids and he can hear what people are saying about him. And we see him walking into the Simpsons kitchen and they don't realize he has hearing aids and they're saying not very nice things. And then he goes for a walk in the mall and people are saying, not very nice things just because he's old. And I feel like they could have done a bit more with that. I feel like they barely scratched the surface. Ultimately, I like where that part of the story went, but I wanted more. I was left wanting more. The other part of the narrative, I feel maybe wouldn't quite work as well as just a sole or primary narrative, but I was still also left wanting more. Turns out Skinner is sleeping at the school because he refuses to be in the same house as his mother because of something his mother did when he was younger, when he was a teenager. And I kind of like where that story went as well. So it's not like I was not satisfied with either of the main narratives. But again, I feel like it wasn't explored as well as it could have been. And I feel like, well, I'll say with a spoiler warning what I would have wanted to have happened, and it would have taken up more time. But generally, I enjoyed the episode, and as I said, it went by really quickly, and I do think that's mostly because I was thoroughly enjoying it, but also partly because I feel like when we got to the end, I felt like there was room for more, and they could have done more, and I kind of wish they did. But nevertheless, I did enjoy it. It is a good episode, and I'd be very happy to watch it again. So, with Skinners, this is a spoiler for something that happens with Skinners, and where I think they could have done more with it. And when Skinner goes to the college and finds out about it, I feel like they could have done something with him, kind of in a way, more reliving or experiencing the college life that he would have had, and that obviously would have taken quite a bit of time to go into detail with it. So that wouldn't have made sense within this episode unless this had been the main focus. So it's not necessarily anything wrong with how they handled it in this episode, but I feel like it's a missed opportunity, and it's something that I not just wanted to see, but almost kind of expected. That's where I thought it was going, and then I realized, oh, the episode's basically over now, and that's that. So what we had was good, but we could have had more. But ultimately, I did enjoy it.